Hello, Computer Studies 10. We're going to take a look at styling links now. Anchors, if you will, the anchor tag. Then this one's a little bit complicated, but reveals some secrets of CSS that are exciting, so I think you'll enjoy it. So links, the reason they're complicated is because they have multiple states, it's called. And you've probably noticed this if you've gone to, Google or Wikipedia ever. If you've never visited a link, it's blue, but then it's purple if if you have visited it, which is kind of handy, helps you keep track of what you have and haven't visited. And then also, the moment you click on it, it flashes red is the default. And in some websites, if you mouse over the link, it changes in some interesting way. So that'll be sort of the things that we take a look at. How do we adjust the different states? And it turns out for links, you have to style the different states separately, and you have to style them all and in the right order. So let's go do it. I'm going to go into my CSS. I guess this is going to be at the very top because this is all about the A tag. So if I'm keeping it alphabetical, this will be how it goes. So I have to not just style the A tag like this, I have to style the states. And the way you put the states in is with a colon and then the states. And the states are this: link. We have a visited. We have a hover, and we have a active. Actually, I'm not positive if the order matters, so maybe we can experiment with it. Okay, so what do these things mean? So this is a link is when you just have a good old link that's never been clicked on before. The default is blue for this. Visited is if you have visited this website before, what will the link look like? The default is purple. Hover, I don't think has a default. Nothing happens when you hover over most links unless you specify it, but this is what it would look like if your mouse touches the link. And then active is what happens the moment that you click the link. During that time when your mouse is down, what does it do? So we can do various things to this. Usually the things that people do are color related. So I can put in some kind of color, but you can also, choose if there's underlines or not underlines and so on. So you can have some fun with it. And you could put in all sorts of things. So for example, for a link, I could put in a background color. I don't have a good color right now, so I'm just gonna put in some terrible colors, and please forgive me if your eyes bleed because they're gonna be gross. So I'll put in a background color yellow, and I'll put in a just a color, the foreground color of the text. Let's put in black, like it's like 1990s Batman. Okay, so let's go look at what that looks like, and you'll actually see, whoops, nothing happened. Oh, actually, something did happen, oddly enough. But this didn't turn black. It's still purple, which might confuse you. And the reason's because, well, you know what state it's in? I've been to the Lego website. It's a visited link. So I guess this bleeds through, but not so much my visited. So, I'm not sure how to, I could refresh my cache, but I might just change that link to be somewhere I haven't visited recently, which is kind of lame. So I don't know. I probably should just clear my cache in my browser so it forgets that. But I don't want to clear my cache right now, so I'm gonna just put in a different website. Where have I not been to in a while? LordBing.net. There we go. This is going to be Bing website now. I haven't been there. I don't think it knows I've been there for a while, so let's go and refresh. Hey, there we go. And now it's actually black instead of purple. So, that's working out. Okay, so let's take a look at what would happen if actually I don't, secretly I don't like the visited. I actually don't like this. I often style them exactly the same. Because I'm so bored of the purple and stuff. So I'm actually gonna make them the same, but you could make them different. It's hard for me to evaluate what they look like if you've clicked on them already. So I don't know. So this is not my favorite one. It's not that exciting, but feel free to play with it. What about hover? Well, hover is what happens if your mouse goes over it, right? So what we could do is we could invert it, or we could just do whatever we want to do with it. To be honest, I'm gonna just switch the colors. So when I hover it, the background will be black and the text will be yellow. Again, very Batman, 1990s, or Lego Batman. I'm down with Lego Batman though, any day of the week. Let's just be truthful about that. There we go. So now that still looks the same, but if my mouse hovers over it, see how it changes now? I can flip the colors and we can do some fun stuff with it. And of course, you don't have to do anything in particular. You could have no background color originally. And then that background color, arrives when I mouse over it, right? So it's just good old black. Oh, but then I mouse over it and then it changes. So there's a lot of different tricks and fun things you can do with links. But that's sort of the story. Last but not least is like what happens when I click on it. Like nothing happens right now. So let's make it do something. Let's go back here. So the active state, I'm going to put in background color red. I don't know. It's just an example. And I'll put in black, I guess, for the color. So I'll just show you what happens when I mouse over it. The moment I click on it, oh, it didn't really do anything, did it? Well, that's disappointing. That's a nice picture, Lord Bing, though. But, oh, there it did. See? Did you see it flash red? It really did. It really did. It's actually when the mouse, oh yeah, see? When I mouse it down, then it goes, boop. I'll move it off so I don't actually go there. So that might be interesting to you. And if it is, fantastic. But definitely the first, the link and the hover are lots of fun. You can do a lot of things with that. And hey, guess what? The hover actually works on all sorts of things. This is kind of like a really fun CSS secret. So for example, I could go to image and I could say image hover, and that's what my image will look like when I hover over it. So I can just keep the exact same properties as before, but maybe I'll change my background color to be, some other color just for fun. I'll make it yellow. So I save and refresh. And so image looks fine, but I mouse over it and it goes yellow. Woo! So this stuff is useful. You could put it on paragraph, you could put it on headers, you could put it on the div. My goodness, what a time to be alive. What a time. What a time. So that's a lot of fun things to play with. Go forth and play with the fun things.